good people, we are back again with a continuation of our last show. And again, I want to reintroduce myself as Miliki Hugh, your girl. Yeah. And I also want to reintroduce to you our guests that we had in our last show. In the last show, we were talking about self-esteem at the place of work. And so, you'll sit back and you'll listen to our guest who has a lot to share with us. And our guest is none other than Mary G. And so, welcome, Mary G.
Thank you, Miliki, for this continuity on the last episode that we had of low self-esteem. As I told you before, I want to give you a few tips on how I've been handling things and how to deal with low self-esteem. So the first one, stay focused. Because when you stay focused, nothing will deter you, nothing will sway your ways, because you know what you want, you know what you're doing in life, and thus you'll get high self-esteem and you know what you're doing. I don't know if Teacher Millie can say anything about staying focused, because in school you have to stay focused so that you can know.
Yeah, sure. You know, when you're focused, unapita tu kwa lane yako. And you know, even when you are questioned, you are able to bring it out and tell them, I did this because this is what I'm aiming at.
Yes.
You know, there are people who will come to work, say hilo unafika umechelewa, na unapatana na boss anakuuliza what time is it, unaanza kushake, unaanza kushindwa nao nimwambie nini, self esteem kwa sababu iko chini. Sasa wengine hata wanaanza kulia, mwingine hata hawezi kujiexpress. But when you are a focused person, anything you do, you are able to say why you did it.
Yes.
You are able to express yourself comfortably. You'll come and tell them, you know, this and this happened and there is nothing I could have done about it, and so I'm sorry I'm late. Yes. I was ready to come and apologize for this and to cover up the time that I have lost, and I'm sure that by the end of the day we shall achieve. Let me tell you, you'll be the best person. So keep to your focus and be a person who is not shaken. Sasa zingine hata ukiambiwa na mtu kwamba this is not the right thing to do, go and search more. When do a research on that. Usikubali tu kwamba nimekwambia it's wrong na labda mimi nakwambia hivyo ndio nikumislead na wewe unaanza tu kueva. Keep to your lane.
Yes. Focus.
Know your objective and set them right. That is why we say the objectives should be smart.
Yes.
They should be achievable. They must be those when we say smart, we mean they are up to standard. They are objectives that will not make you like feel depressed when you're trying to achieve them. True. So focus is very important, not only in a place of work, even in your life.
Yeah, even in our life.
When you're not focused in life, leo wewe ni mwalimu, kesho wewe ni secretary, the other day umeenda kwa office of the president, the other time sijui umekuwa caterer, the other time uko kwa camera. My friend, you are wasting yourself. Na maisha yako isonge miaka iishe when you have no time to change again, yet bado hujapata focus, hujapata ni nini unataka kufanya in life. So focus is key in life.
So true.
Yes, I don't know whether there is something else that you can tell us.
Yes, I have another point that you can identify your strengths and weaknesses and work on them. For instance, if I know I'm good at one thing, that is my strength, and I can shine on that. You see, I can, for instance, let's talk about school. I am a teacher of PE and I know how to conduct those activities. I can shine there so that even the other, so that my low self-esteem can come up. I try to bring it up on the strengths that I have. If I have weaknesses, for example, I don't know how to paint, I don't know how to, that is my weakness. I can go to, and that is why we say, let's have teamwork. Come out and say what you don't know, you can't do, so that the other teacher can assist you. For instance, I was just saying, in case I don't know how to paint or even draw, I can go to a teacher, of course, because we all have different abilities. I can go to another teacher and ask her, can you show me how to do here, what to do here, so that I can shine in other things. And that's why I'm saying, you should know your weaknesses and strengths and work on them.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very true. For example, there is that one person mwenye, yani kazi yake ya darasa iko 100%. Lakini wacha sasa twende outdoor activities and extracurricular activities. This person ako chini. Yani hata song moja Baby Jesus hawezi imbisha watoto waimbe. Hata umwambie tu script ndio hii, enda ufundishe watoto hiki. Hawezi. Like ameboeka tu, unamwambia tu si uchangamke, like anajaribu kuchangamka, it is not doable.
Yes.
But unapata kwamba watoto wa klasi yake, they are the most organized class. They are the most polite children. They are the most the best in cleanliness. They are the tidiest, and organization of the class, you know, ikifika ni reading and writing, she has the best handwriting. True. She has the best reading and the teaching skills. But ikifika on this other side, hayuko. Let her capitalize on her strengths, so that when she's shining on this side, hata mtu mwingine akikuja kumwangusha anapata kwamba I'm standing. Yeah. I have my strengths and I have my weaknesses. If you look at our hands, you can see that we have the weak points, the weak points. But if you interact, if you ukiingizana vidole zako hivyo, nobody can separate them.
True.
Why? Because you have compensated the weaknesses with the strengths.
Yes.
That is the same case. And again, if you understand, or if you come to realize that your weaknesses are more than your strengths, please try to conjoin yourself with those people with the strengths of your weaknesses.
Yes.
For example, you're weak in painting. Jijoin tu pamoja na mwenye anajua kupaint.
Yes.
So that you can at least every day learn something from this person.
True.
And the moment you keep learning every day, I'm telling you, there is no one day that you'll find yourself weak.
Yeah.
You'll never find yourself low, because every day you'll have an achievement.
True.
Every day you'll have something that you can present that, yes, I did this.
Yes.
So compensating your weaknesses by bringing out the best part of you, that will help you grow.
True.
The low self-esteem, unaweza kuicapture vizuri sana na uigonge kabisa, and soon you find yourself a better person.
If you are still on that issue of identifying your weaknesses and strengths, there's something I wanted to add. In a more recent observation, there is this teacher in a class. Now we are doing graduation presentations. So when she was teaching, there was these children, some of them who can do, we thought they can do certain things, only to our surprise, they did quite the opposite. They did it so well that we were surprised. So that's why I'm saying, if you're a confident teacher, you can take that confidence and give it to a child and bring it out so that this child can perform.
To challenge them.
Yes, to challenge them. Because when you have low self-esteem, that is what you will transfer. That is what I had said in the last episode. But if you have a high self-esteem, it's the same thing you're going to transfer to these children. Ile kitu huyu mtoto tulikuwa tunadhania hawezi fanya, mwalimu anaitoa, and that's why we say teachers tap what is in these children and bring them out. Na ndio tukaona hawa watoto kumbe wanaweza fanya, na tulikuwa tunadhania huyu hawezi. Sure. You know, hata teachers wengine tunasemanga huyu hapa kulingana na vile nimemwassess hapa hawezi, lakini mwalimu mwingine akimwassess ataona huyu anaweza fanya. So that is why we say bring out the strengths and the weaknesses, ile unaweza fanya ufanye. So
and that is where you aufungi talent yoyote ya mtoto.
Yeah,
na usemi kwamba it's so and so ndiye atafanya hii.
Yes.
Ati umeraba stamp kwamba hapana, introduction lazima ifanywe na fulani. Just give them a challenge.
Give them a
Let's
challenge.
See who introduces best.
Yes.
And you will be surprised.
You'll be surprised.
Yule mwenye amenyamaza pale kwa kona, ana shine and you're like, Allah, hii inakuaje? Who is this?
Yeah.
And by the way, we were all surprised.
Because I'm telling you parents, hata sisi walimu tunashangaa venye mnashangaa. That is how we get surprised at school. Because a child comes and does something and we are like, what? Yes. Wewe umefanya.
Yes.
And we are so happy.
Yes.
So
something else that I told a certain parent. Nilimwambia usiwahi simama uniambie kwamba mtoto wangu hawezi chapana. Mtoto wangu hawezi fanya. The surprises we get in school.
Yeah.
Unaamka asubuhi mzazi anakuambia mimi wangu akunywangi uji. Unaleta uji kwa meza. Teacher, I want some more. Ule mwenye akunywangi uji
ndio atakunywa.
Asubuhi unaamka, unapatana na mtoto amenyamaza tu, anaingia kwa class, anaketi. Unasema huyu by the way naweza muweka na any child. My friend, atawagwara. Anawatoa ngozi.
True.
Alafu ukipigia mzazi unamwambia, let's encourage this child to be loving to each other and to show like acha kukua bully to the others. anakwambia but I've never had my child even insult anyone. Sijawahi ona hata akisukuma mwenzake. But tunamwambia surely I cannot come telling you that your child is a bully nikiwa ninamuonea. Nakwambia hivyo ndio tumsaidie. And then some of the parents will deny kabisa na watasema hapana, that's not my child. Sometimes you find even parents transferring their children. But there are these parents when wanakwambia by the way ni observe so that I can also understand this child. I love the way this parent came out later. Alikuja akaniambia by the way, mi unajua I'm surprised that my child can be a bully. Please ni observe and then you tell me how I can help him, because I'm surprised that he can bully others as quiet as he is. So children can be different out there and bring another different character when they come to school. The same case applies. Yule mtoto mwenye anaingia pale shuleni akiwa amenyamaza, unaweza pata kwamba huyo ndio yule mtoto mwenye anakuja and they come out better than any other child. Wanakuja to the top of the class. Yule mwenye ulifikiria kwamba yeye hata hapendi vitabu, unapata yeye is the best handwriter, is the best in reading, is the best in arithmetic, is the best in constructing things in class, you know. So I believe and I know that these surprises, when they come, we can always tap that talent in that child.
So the other point I have is about believing in yourself as a teacher or where you work. Let's not dwell on teachers only, because we have pilots, we have engineers. You can't fly a plane if you don't believe in yourself. Wherever you work, even if you're selling chapati on the roadside, by the roadside, you're supposed to believe in yourself. You know that my chapatis are the best in this area. And that is why we see advertisements. Everyone, even if you have a show like the one we are doing now, you will say this is the best show, everyone is watching, because you believe in yourself. So in everything we do, you have to believe in yourself. If you don't have low self-esteem, you have to believe in yourself. The other thing is seeking encouragement from your peers and from even the ones who, like we had said earlier. You see, you can ask, if you don't know something, you can ask those who know. You can ask for encouragement from them, and they can assist you where you think you don't know. They can help you. Now the last thing, no, not the last thing, I have 2 more points to go. The fifth one is about challenging yourself, because let's not go for the easy things only. If you feel you have low self-esteem, go for something that you feel nitaweza kweli, so that you can challenge yourself. Ndivyo hata ukapewa mahali utakuwa already ushaitackle. You see, like kama hiyo painting inakufanyanga ukue na low self-esteem, chukua makaratasi, paint when you don't have anyone, or you just tell your colleague, Ebuka, have I done this well? Like every time when we are writing notes in the diary, we keep saying English ilikuja na meli. That's what we say. So we are not perfect in grammar. Even the way we are speaking right now, kuna watu wanatutoa makosa. Yeah, and it's normal. So just go to your fellow teacher, muulize, is this what I've written in the diary. So don't feel like you know it all. Even as like when we are there, like our director here, I will consult and see if we are going the right way.
Sure.
Yeah. So the last thing is to monitor yourself, to assess yourself. Do you do that? Like, I am a teacher. Do I assess myself? Like, going to past papers, like going to other schools, comparing my work, benchmarking, and seeing what the others are doing. Let us not be in our comfort zone. If you have low self-esteem, kwanza, you are not supposed to be at any comfort zone, because I have a problem here. Hii lazima nitafanya. Nataka kuuliza mwalimu ile shule wanafanyanga aje. Nataka kuuliza rafiki yangu wanafanyanga aje. Nataka kuangalia kitabu ya mtoto wa mwenzangu nione anaandika aje. If it's handwriting issues, I want to practice. Nione, is my handwriting is it improving? Am I doing what I'm expected? And when you do that, you'll surely overcome the low self-esteem thing. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Oh, this is so nice. These things zinatutouch sana sisi kama walimu, because as teachers we're talking about things that happens in school, and we said kama haufanyi kazi shuleni uko na mtoto shuleni, and so you need to understand what happens around the schools. what happens in schools where your children go to? What happens, like, what are the things that touches the lives of a teacher? How what are the things that affect the life of my child akiwa pale shuleni? And so we can see, in fact, low self-esteem is not just it is not just a weakness, but it is something that can eat up to your productivity. And you know, if you're not productive, we cannot let that child get wasted in your hands. I have realized that sometimes unapata kwamba mtoto hawezi fanya kitu fulani. Like for example, I have observed children in their early age, the PP1, PP2, the 4 years, 5 years. Unapata kwamba mwalimu amesha put in her mind kwamba huyu mtoto hawezi soma. Huyu tutasukuma aende to the next level, to the other level, mpaka amalize akiendanga. But then you find that for those schools like ours, whereby we don't let one teacher to move with children from one level to another, and the next level and the next level, when we change the person handling this child or the teacher who is handling a certain class, unapata kwamba mtoto mwenye yako anaelewa kitu haija, unashangaa, you mean this could do this? Because someone else has come with a different attitude towards this child. And so I always encourage, can you have a clear attitude towards every other child that we are handling? And the same case applies out here. When we have a negative attitude towards someone, hakuna kitu yake utawaiona mzuri. Ataongea useme ameongea vibaya. Atafanya kitu huyu naye anafanyanga vitu madhogodhanio aje. Atavaa useme amevaa vibaya. Yani you'll never see anything good in that person. To an extent unapata kwamba there is a certain lady niliona mtoto wake alikuwa amezoea kuinteract with another child, just young babies of 1 year, and alikuwa amezoea kuinteract na one certain child. So it's like this lady akona negative attitude towards this other boy, so every other time ana prevent kabisa, ana minimize mtoto wake kukutana na huyu mtoto mwingine. So I'm like, you know, you observe things and you're able to tell huyu hapa anamwekea limit sababu hataki much interaction. So I was like, hata nilikuwa naambia rafiki yangu, hey, unajua labda anawa separate because huyu anaweza kumfundisha kuongea Kikuyu. So I'm like, labda anaona huyu atamfundisha kuongea Kikuyu, huyu atamfundisha kuongea like, you know, babies copy each other. Yeah. There is something that maybe akona attitude towards this other baby, so ataki mtoto wake akiinteract sana na this other child. So at the end of the day, if you have a negative attitude towards anything, you'll never find anything good. If you have a negative attitude towards someone, you'll never find anything good in them. The same case applies if you have a negative attitude towards a child. Na ndio maana huwa naambia wazazi sana, my viewers, usizoe sana kuzoeleka sana na mwalimu wa mtoto wako. Like azoe wewe ni wakelele, azoe wewe ni wa question every other time. Sometimes utaona kitu lakini muicheze chini either na director ama na the head teacher, isifikie mwalimu lakini mtoto wako asaidike. Because tukizoeana tu ya kwamba mwalimu anajua kwamba huyo ni mama fulani, najua tu ameleta hiyo kelele. Huyo ni mama fulani, najua tu ameleta kesi. They will have an attitude towards your child. And the moment someone has a bad attitude towards your child, atajaribu kumsaidia hataweza, because we are all human. Let's not forget that these people who handle your children are human. The same case applies. You talked about the nannies. When we have our nannies in the house, please know that these people are human beings. The way you would like to be treated, please treat them the same. Because mtoto wako unamwachia, hujui ataachwa akipitishiwa nini. Because of what you bring out from yourself. Na ile attitude yenye utamuonyesha huyo nani, utakuwa anaingia bedroom. Sasa ujue nyinyi you're not working together as partners. Me like myself, I like the way we work with my nanny. Nikiingia kwa nyumba, I see like I've seen my sister, my smaller sister. And when I come, she sees a big sister in me. So hata nikimwachia mtoto wangu, ninajua kwamba anything, hata ataenda beyond what we have talked. Nikimwambia leo mtoto anafaa kukula hii na hii, jioni napata kwamba ananiambia niliona hiyo chakula ina mbo, nikafikiria nimpikie hii, nikafikiria nimuongezee hii, hata niliona hakuna haja ya kukaa kwa nyumba, tulitoka tukatembea pale nje. Yani you know, the way you treat someone is the way they take you, and that is the way they reciprocate back. If ukinionyesha madharau na mimi hata nikitaka bado hiyo madharau tu itatoka ndani yangu because I'm human. So I'm saying that this teacher who has a bad attitude towards a certain child, akishaachana na huyo mtoto na mtoto move to the next level, you find that huyo mtoto at the end of the day anakuwa even better. And you know, there are children wenye pia wakitoka kwa huyu mwalimu wakienda this other next level, wanaenda chini. Because maybe they had a great relationship, they had created a bond yenye wameshindwa kubreak. And we encourage that let us work as a team. When this child sees Mary, she sees Millie. When she sees Millie, she sees Teacher Mary. And she can as well build a good relationship with these two teachers. And now, there's something else that we keep forgetting, that both the employer and the employee, they need their self-esteem to be healthy. And I don't know whether we have tackled that so far, Teacher Mary.
We haven't in so many words, but maybe I'd like to put across a few points on how to build the low self-esteem of your employers. Let me start with the employers.
Yeah.
First and foremost, we need to encourage our employers. You see, sometimes they do things and then we scold them, and then we forget when they do something good, we need to appreciate them so that they can feel there is a balance. Because us as bosses, sometimes, even you, when you're in the house with your nanny, if she does the wrong thing, uko on her case. Mbona ulifanya hivi? Lakini, akifanya kitu nzuri, ukumbuki kumwambia, na by the way leo, umefanya vizuri hapo. By the way leo, huyo mtoto juu amesoma vizuri, hapa we need to appreciate. You see, thumbs up. So anytime, that is one thing that can raise the spirit, the self-esteem of even teachers and every other worker. Appreciation, commending them, that and encouraging them. I will only talk about two for each. Then the other one is to extend a gesture.
Yes.
For instance, there was a school I was in. I have never forgotten. We were in good terms, and then the boss, it was my birthday. And the teachers who are watching, they can bear me witness.
Yes.
I had a birthday, and it was, my birthday is in August. So we had closed school, but we go for some work in school. Then she said, I don't know how she knew it was my birthday. Maybe because they're on Facebook or social media inasema. Akamua anatupeleka lunch somewhere along Thika Road. Na wakapanga na mwalimu mwingine kusiku ndio Mountain Mall, wakapita hapa wakaninunulia nguo na mimi sijui. My friend, I was washed. Nilikuwa nimekasirika yangu yote. Tukaenda kwa restaurant, tukanunuliwa lunch, alafu ananirushia maji na mwambia, teacher so and so these ones are playing with water, and she was like, mtu akitaka kuoshwa wash, and I was like, okay. And then she left. She had an engagement somewhere. But my friend, I was washed. Nilikasirika. But at the back of my mind, sikuwa najua ni kitu planned. Then all of a sudden, jua venye nimekasirika, they brought for me new clothes. Nani atakwambia mpaka bra zote. Si mnazijua zote. I changed, and they knew my size, and I was, something that makes you happy. It was a very nice surprise. I was happy. So I'm saying such things, when you do to your employers, you remember the small things, the birthdays, mama yake, mtoto wake, when you remember such things, it also gives them motivation. It brings the self-esteem high. So that is just kidogo, but kuna nyingi ambazo tunaweza fanya for our employees so that they feel appreciated, they feel wanted, and then unajua mtu akifeel wanted anakufanyia kazi na roho moja.
Yes, roho safi.
But ukikasa yote ni
atashindwa.
So hapo tunapeleka low esteem yake chini. Now also bosses, they need to be appreciated, because there is no way unaweza ongelesha boss yako venye unataka na ufikirie self esteem yake itakuwa high. We have to choose our words when we are speaking to our bosses. We have to know the right, even the Biblia inasema ati Yesu ati tunafaa kuheshimu kama watumwa, tunafaa kuheshimu wale wametuajiri na tunyenyekee. So it runs across board. Ukiwa mwalimu, ukiwa umeandikwa kwa institution nyingine, ukiwa umeandikwa kwa nyumba, kuongea na boss wako, choose your words. I was reading in a book this morning. You have to choose your words when you're talking to your boss. Just don't feel like ati kwa sababu mimi
kujiexpress,
kwa sababu najua kujiexpress ninaweza sema anything. No, choose your words correctly. No, unaongea na nani? Choose the right time. You see, unaweza angalia boss uone boss sasa amekasirika leo, lakini nataka kwenda polepole na nijue venye nitamu approach. Sasa zile at least akona kafuraka, at least we solve this amicably, you know. But si ati nyinyi wote no. A boss is a boss na lazima arespectiwe. So the other thing is respecting authority and hierarchy. In every place of work, kwa nyumba kuna bwana, kuna bibi, kuna watoto. You know how to handle each and every one of them. In a school there is a head teacher, there is a director, there is a head teacher. In other schools we have managers, we have administrators, we have senior teacher. You have to know your place. Na sisemi ati mtu afinyiliwe, but you have to know your place so that you can work in unison and work in happiness. So we have to observe these things if we want to have low self-esteem na to work in nice institutions and feel happy and build our confidence. So that because when we build our confidence, we will have high self-esteem.
Sure.
Now we will do away with the low self-esteem and everything will be fine. The children in our schools will be okay. The teachers will be okay, and every other person in every working institution will be fine.
Yeah, I'm happy about all what you are giving us, because these are the things that that meet our daily. They meet us in our daily activities. We are in this. Whether we are in institutions, whether we are in small businesses, whether we are in small, like maybe we are in the house, we are employed as house managers, maybe sometimes whether we are anywhere where we have people ambao tumeajiriwa na wao, ambao they are our bosses, ambao they are our colleagues, everywhere where we are, all these things zinatu affect. They either affect us directly or indirectly. So, and I believe that all what you've said, it applies not only to schools. Because hata kama uendi shule, si kuna mahali ambapo unaenda kufanya kazi. Hata kama ni hapo hapo soja anasimama kwa gate. There are people whom you interact with. And at the end of the day, your self-esteem might affect your productivity. Hata hapo kidogo ambapo unafikiria ni kidogo sana. And you know, we grow from one level to another. And if you don't grow your self-esteem now, you might find yourself losing even a higher promotion. Because hata vile unajibeba, self-esteem huwa ina affect the way you express yourself. And everyone wants to work with someone with a high self-esteem. Na if she had no high self-esteem, angekuja kwa hii show yetu. Because this show, you know, is about good vibes, is about encouragement. You cannot encourage someone when you are not encouraged. And so, we are so happy to have you today. We are so glad that you came. We are so glad that you have at least shed some light that we can build on. Anyway, we might not have said it all. There is much that you can add into that little knowledge that we have brought aboard. And if you want to find us more, you can visit us at Noah's Ark Kindergarten and School in Kiambu Town. We are right next to the mall, opposite Radiant Hospital, and we are glad to announce that we have vacancies in playgroup, PP1, PP2, grade 1 and grade 2. So you are all most welcome, and to our viewers, our clients, we thank you for being our good clients. We thank you for giving us your children and having confidence in us. If there is anything that you feel like ungetaka kujua kwa nini naenda hivi, haiendi vizuri, ama kwa hata commending us, telling us thank you for the good menu that you have given us. By the way, we have the best menu in the country. Visit us and you'll see it. You can also visit us on our Facebook page, Noah's Ark Kindergarten and School. You can find everything there. You can find photos of the infrastructure. You can find photos of our playground. You can find our menu there. You can find our fee structure there. And above that, we are a home away from home for your child. We also offer daycare services. And all of you are welcome. From far and wide, we have transport system that is workable to any direction, to any destination. We ferry children to school. Thank you for having us in this show. Thank you for watching our videos. Continue to watch them daily. Every other time we upload, please follow us. And I beg that you subscribe. to our channel so that you can keep to view us every other time we put a new video. After that, it's thank you very much and bye bye.